We are back, baby. We are back. We are back. Yeah, classic. We are back. We are back.
It's showtime.
T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. Tower cleared.
We got a roll program.
Kick the tires and light the fires, Big Daddy.
I feel the need for speed. Ow!
All right, all right, all right.
Welcome, everybody. On behalf of the Jordan family and the entire staff, welcome to Wiscasset Speedway. This is your track announcer, Ken Minot, ready to bring you the call of today's race program. The most important rule while you're here today, have fun.
Welcome all my friends. Welcome all my friends. Welcome all again.
The drivers are ready. The crew is ready. We hope you're ready too. It's race time at Wiscasset Speedway. Get settled in, folks. The show starts now.
Hey, shake and bake, Cal. Woo! Shake and bake.
All right, first up for this evening, I got Mac Hannon Jr. in the 08. Now, Mac, where'd you finish last year in points? Like second or third?
Second. Yeah, I played second.
Couple of wins?
Yeah, we got one win, and then the Top Gun shootout, we ended up second overall. A real good battle with Keith Dross and Josh St. Clair, so for that.
So definitely one of the front runners to watch out for in the Strictly Street class. How's she feeling for opening day 2023?
She's all right. I think we found that we had a collapsed rear spring that happened over the winter, and so it kind of threw us off. So now we're trying to play catch up with these guys that are practice and stuff. So we'll be all right. We just got to hold our own, and it's opening day. We've already put some damage on her. My fault, cutting the kid off. So, but yeah, we'll pick away at it, and we'll be all right.
So a collapsed rear spring, you found that out in the first practice today or something?
Yeah, we came down yesterday too, and something didn't feel right. Went home, tore the car apart, and found out that I think it just loose weakened up over the winter. So we threw another one in, and the car come right to life. So we just threw us behind schedule because that threw 2 practices off on us.
So I bet you're definitely glad you came yesterday, right, and found that?
Yeah, absolutely. So we found a few other little things yesterday, and but yeah, I think we'll be all right. We just got to hold our own. A lot of stiff competition. You're off a little bit. It's going to show because you got Scott Eck and the St. Clairs and Kurt and all those guys and Wade Kennedy, and you got a lot of stiff competition in the street stock division. So which is really crazy over the years how it's really grown. So
Yeah, for sure. Well, thanks for talking with us,
Yeah,
Mac.
absolutely.
Good luck today.
Thank you very much.
All right, folks. Jimmy Childs is definitely a busy man. Evidently blew up in practice, getting the 4-cylinder motor out of his Outlaw Mini right here. About 45 minutes till green flag time, so I don't know. Jimmy, you think you can make the feature?
I don't think I'm going to make it with this thing, but Will Collins said I could race his if I wanted to. So I guess, it would just be for, a points run, which, that's what we're here for. But, unless something simple happened to this, we'll get it back together. But I don't know. We don't give up.
Get back at it. The car certainly looks sharp this year, Jimmy.
Thank you.
All right, Ryan Robinson in a fresh, beautiful-looking modified number 2. How's she feeling, Ryan? I know you got here a little late. Distributor was bad. Is she all sorted out?
Yeah, it seems to be. We picked up one up at the store up here. They keep a good idea. They get some parts so we can get racing, things like that. That's a good plus. Boy had baseball this morning, so priorities, which, that's part of the deal. Brand new car, so we're going to shake it down in the heat race, unfortunately. But other than that, we'll go for it and see what happens.
So you didn't get any practice today, but you've been out here for a test and tune or two. How'd she go then?
It was decent, stuff to learn, new class, new tire, just different weight package than I'm used to, a 3,000-pound car versus a 2,600-pound car, more left. It's a growing pains a little bit, but I think we'll be fine.
Glad to see you out here, Ryan. Good luck today.
Thanks, Nick.
Next up, we got Wade Kennedy in the 00 Strictly Street. You were fastest in the 3rd round of practice. How does that make you feel, Wade?
Makes you feel a little better. Been working hard on the car, and especially coming to a new track. Not really used to it. Slowly getting the feel of it, and makes you feel a little better. There's still a lot of pressure racing against all these guys. There's a lot of good competition up here.
Yeah, Beach Ridge was really your home track until, that shut down and everything. So how are you accommodating well over here?
Good. We like it. We like the owners. They take care of us, and they take care of the facility and put money back into the place and make it a lot better. So I'd like to see what happens in the next couple of years here.
Well, Wade, we're always glad to have you here. Your car always looks great. It's always patriotic. Is there anything behind that, like maybe veterans in the family or something?
Yeah, both my great-grandfathers were in the World Wars, Vietnam, and I got friends that are overseas, and really just do it for everybody that loves and supports it.
Yeah, definitely. Love patriotism for the country, and your car always looks great. So, Wade, we wish luck today, and thanks for coming.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Next up, I got Ryan Ripley, and he thought he could hide by renting out one of these garages and staying away from the camera, but we found him. Ryan and the whole Ripley crew, how do you guys like these garage setups?
It's pretty cool. Today's the first day. I mean, they got a generator on for us for a light, but this is a really cool thing for Vanessa and Richard to do. Gives you kind of NASCAR feel.
Yeah. Makes you feel a little important?
Yeah, I guess so. But just to give us another target on our back.
All right, Ryan, so you got second in the Super Street last week and now in the Modified. You're going to be running both those cars weekly?
I don't know. It depends. I mean, Si's starting to prove himself already in practice, so I think he's, fourth in that last practice. Pretty impressive for him, so I don't know. He'll be passing the torch sooner than I really want to, I think.
Passing the torch for what? For Si to go in the mod or something?
Who knows? Super Street. He'd probably be in the Super Street. He's racing the late models. Who knows?
Give all the cars to Si.
Yeah, he's going to be the wheelman, I think.
All right, Ryan. Well, how's the mod treating you today?
Oh, it's good. I love this car, and the mod division is fun for me to be here. At Wiscasset, I've been here since I was 11, so having a good day, I guess.
All right, we'll go try and find Silas. Good luck today.
Thank you.
All right, we got the Reno boys in the Modifieds. You guys are certainly committed. You got Reed in the 4-cylinder Pro Stock for Group 1, and should we expect you, father and son, both out in the Modifieds all season long?
Yeah, until we have a bad week, maybe.
Yeah, but we plan on running it. Maybe towards the end of the year we can get the 4th generation in here. Reed, we did pick up another one, so.
You got a third mod sitting at home?
We do, yeah. Yeah, Reed's got his waiting for him.
Nice. Now, it was also brought to my attention that you guys drew side by side for your heat race. How's that going to go?
Yeah, side by side and last. I mean,
Well, I'm on the outside, he's on the inside, so he's got a little advantage, but that won't last long.
I was
You gonna race to the front?
Yeah.
As long as I beat him, that's all that matters.
Got to give him a chance, you know.
You having fun out there, Steve?
I'm having a ball. It's a fun time.
So you guys going for points?
No, every time my points race, it just ruins your season. There's no fun in it. Reed is. We're going to concentrate on him, and if we miss a race, we miss a race. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, I complimented you guys on the body work for that 4-cylinder Pro. I like how you retrofitted that AR Revolution nose on there. It looks pretty sharp.
Yeah, they put it in the rule book this year, so we took advantage of it. And the biggest reason we put it on is because it's plastic instead of fiberglass. It hold up a little bit better throughout the season. So it looks good. I like it.
Yeah, it definitely does. He looked good driving it, and we're glad to have you Renos here supporting us on both weeks.
Thank you.
Thanks, Steve.
Thanks.
See ya. We found him, Silas Ripley. So Ryan said that you were 4th quickest in that last late model practice?
Yeah, it was a little rolling over in the 3 and 4, but overall it was pretty smooth.
What about practice 1 and 2? How was she?
Good.
Making slight improvements every practice?
Yeah, but the first practice, one of the fuel parts was on backwards, so it wouldn't allow fuel to go to the carburetor, so it kept stalling.
Well, that's not good. I'm glad you got that figured out. How do you like working in the garages here?
It's nice. It's cool.
Well, were you trying to hide to stay away from the camera too, or are you a little bit shy?
The seats are over there.
It's what?
The seats are over there.
Oh yeah, you guys get your whole setup with the comfy beach chairs and everything.
Yep.
All right. Well, Silas, you racing in memory of Dick. How was he related to you? Your grandfather?
He's my great uncle.
Great uncle Dick Ripley. All right, riding on board with you today. We wish you luck.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome back home to Wiscasset Speedway for Group 2 opening day. We are settled in here for week number 2 of the 2023 season. Glad you guys could be here with us. And we got a full field of cars here for you in 4 divisions. We've got our Flex division, the Chestnut Auto Roadrunners. Today's Spotlight division will be the Portland Glass Strictly Streets. This is the first of 2 heat races for the street stocks today. The 10-lap heats go with their 35-lap feature this afternoon. Lineup for this one has Wade Kennedy in car number 00. He is out of Sebago. Alex Cromwell in the number 96 out of Westport. Scott Eck, last year's Rookie of the Year in the number 27. He is out of Lisbon. Zach Emerson, the 2-time champ in car number 23. Then comes Landon Tapley in the 25. Dan McCaig Jr. in the Naughty 40. He is out of Gorham. Row number 4, Kurt Hewins, the 2-time champ in car number 55. And sporting a new colors, new car, and everything this year. Josh St. Clair, the number 95, the Lightning McQueen machine. Chuck Wagstaff is in the number 31, the rookie out of Booth Bay Harbor, will fill out the field here for heat number 1. Barry Morris behind the wheel of the Norm's Used Cars Ford Mustang pace car. And as always, going to turn things over to call your heat action, my partner in crime, Nick Hoff.
Boogity, 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 let's go racing for Group 2 opening day. Josh St. Clair in a hurry, already going 3 wide, and he made it work. Already passing 2 cars in the first couple of corners, but Cromwell might be a pick to send him backwards. Cromwell from the outside pole has already lost a couple spots. Just in the nick of time, St. Clair clears low and gets to the inside of the 96 car. And now the Lightning of McQueen, number 95 of Josh St. Clair, is up to 4th. Wade Kennedy leads the way by a couple car lengths. Scott Eck in tow with Zach Emerson up tight on the rear bumper. And here comes Josh St. Clair closing the gap. Cromwell in the 96 rounds out the top 5. Side by side for the top 5 now. Here comes Kurt Hewins in the 55, now cracking 5th. Side by side for 3rd place as well as Zach Emerson gets to the underside of Scott Eck. Emerson opens up the inside, and Josh St. Clair will follow up the bottom and get around Scott Eck. Now St. Clair to the high side as Wade Kennedy picks up the halfway flags. Neck and neck for 3rd place. 2nd and 3rd, that is. Scott Emerson and Josh St. Clair door handle to door handle in turn 3, and they might have company soon by the 55 of Kurt Hewins. St. Clair unable to make the top side work around Emerson and falls back in line in 3rd with Kurt Hewins knocking on the door. Scott Eck now rounds out the top 5. Kurt Hewins might take a peek to the outside. That might be his only way around as Emerson and Josh St. Clair are glued to the bottom. 2 laps to go for the 00 of Kennedy. Racing in defense mode, Zach Emerson stays stuck down on the curb. St. Clair as well does not want to give up the inside with Kurt Hewins knocking on the door. 1 lap to go. Hewins trying to make an inside groove where there isn't one. He clips the curb briefly into turn 1, and they remain single file. Wade Kennedy is going to lead this one wire to wire.
Let's go racing.
Yeah, tough break for the 78 Brady Romano. He heads to the pits early. And now we are under green flag conditions with Mac Hannon checking out to a car length over Lancaster in the 1. Getting a little dicey back there for 2nd and 3rd. Ethan Dinsmore in the 8X took an abrupt swipe to the high side and open up the bottom for Jeremy Glacier. He picks off 2 positions up to second now in the 99 car. And Reynolds in the 14 will follow suit. Ashton Reynolds in the 14. The St. Clair Dave's World ride now rounds out the top 3 and leaving the rest of the field behind a little ways. Lancaster trying to fend him off in the 1 car. Dylan Lancaster and Ethan Dinsmore side by side for 4th and 5th. And they're also 2 wide right behind them again with the 20 of Joe Harriman and Caleb Maines in the 4. Back up front, Jeremy Glacier is looking stout. He closes the gap on Mac Hannon Jr. and takes a peek to the high side of turn 3 right now at the halfway marker. Contact for 4th and 5th. Lancaster almost loses it. Ethan Dinsmore does a fine job hanging on, and Lancaster gathers it back up but falls back to 5th. Things have tightened up for the top spot. 3 cars under a blanket. Jeremy Glacier going for the lead. Ashton Reynolds right there in the 14. Jeremy Glacier makes the outside line work. Mac Hannon Jr. almost looked like he brake checked the 14 car just a second ago. Mac Hannon doesn't have anything for Jeremy Glacier. Now racing defensively to try to hold off Ashton Reynolds. Two corners to go for Jeremy Glacier. He just about has this one in the bag. Ethan Dinsmore looks like he's coming in strong now in the late running and might have something for these guys in the feature. Stout field for the mods as they continue to grow. An impressive showing of 2 heats today, and Matty Sanborn shoots out from the inside. Right up the bottom they go. Steve Reno in the 7, and Travis Chadbourne in the 1 up to the top 3. Mike Brown in the 39, not liking that high side. Maybe he'll find a gap to get to the bottom right here in front of McKee. We got trouble. Chadbourne locks up the brakes. Chadbourne recovers. He loses 1 spot to Nick Reno, but he's going to take it back in a hurry. Chadbourne to the high side, looking strong in the 1. Back up to 3rd he goes. Last year's modified champion will not give up without a fight. Chadbourne to the high side, looking to take 2nd away from Steve Reno. Side by side for 2nd. Steve Reno holding strong down on the inside curb. 5 laps complete, 5 left to go from Matty Sanborn. Oh, Chadbourne's tires are giving out. He's hung up on the outside line too long, and we've got trouble on the backside. Mike Brown spins around. Oh, Steve Reno pinching down Matty Sanborn. Contact is made in turn 1. And Reno sideways going into 3. They are slicing and dicing, and Chadbourne is trying to capitalize, moving up to 2nd. Wow. Tires are certainly rubbing, and Chadbourne takes command. We got the Reno boys side by side, and Matty Sanborn did not want that caution. Chadbourne now where he wants to be, and he's going to begin his descent and pull away from the field with 2 laps left. So far throughout the first half of this heat, it was the Pops, number 7 of Steve Reno, leading over Nick Reno, but Nick takes second place away on the high side. White flag waves. The defending modified champion, Travis Chadbourne in the 1, is going to kick things off. Oh, Adam Chadbourne. Adam Chadbourne kicks off 2023 strong, the defending modified champion and multi-time champion. Ryan Ripley quickly to the top spot. Scott Trask in the 99 tries to follow on the high side. Faith Cleaves in the 89 is going to hold him off for the meantime, but they are ganging up behind her. Trask in the 99. Tyler Robbins in the 34, right up tight on the rear bumper. Scott Trask having a tough time hanging on to it. Every time he comes out of turn 4, we can see that car right sideways. Doing a good job keeping it off of the 89 for the meantime. Faith Cleaves will clear. And Faith Cleaves is going to hang on to second by a car length now. Scott Trask trying to get to the inside, but Tyler Robbins is going to have something to say about it. Tyler Robbins fills the gap once again in the 34. Wayne Whitten will follow up the bottom, and Scott Trask now will fill out the top 5. Now Tyler Robbins sets his sights on second of Faith Cleaves. 5 laps to go. Ryan Ripley in the 09, checking out by almost a straightaway now. Robbins to the high side of Faith Cleaves for second. Wayne Whitten in the 0, right up tight there. 3 cars under a blanket for second, third, and fourth. Faith Cleaves moves up slightly. And there may have been some contact made. Robbins doesn't let it phase him. And he will clear Faith Cleaves now for second. Wayne Whitten to the top side to try it as well for third. Two laps to go for the 09 of Ryan Ripley. Tyler Robbins pretty much has second place in the bag, and now they're side by side for third. Wayne Whitten working the top side. Coming around for the last couple of corners, Heat 2 is going to go to Ryan Ripley. Oh, trouble for the 30. Noah McGrath having a tough time getting in the right gear. And he goes from third to sixth, it looks like. He'll get it going, but not without losing 3 or 4 spots. Chip Farrington quick to run off to a sizable margin with 2 laps to go now. Kyle Inman, the pole sitter, sitting nice and tidy in second, and they are door handle to door handle right behind him with Ken Turner in the 79 and David Whitelaw in the 119. McGrath in the 30 wants one more chance at it. White flag in hand, McGrath might be able to pick off a spot or two here on the final lap. Checkered flag is going to wave for Chip Farrington. Kyle Inman holds on to second. David Whitelaw takes home third. Ken, is that our only Roadrunner heat race?
Yes, that is. One heat race. I got a 20-lap feature later on this afternoon. William Turner, nice enough to let Jimmy run that machine today. And two more cars. The 0X is Jeff Farrington, last year's Thunder 4 Mini runner-up, and Ian Frazier in car number 16.
Well, that was awfully nice of the Turners to allow Jimmy Childs to run that 44 car just for points. They took the motor out after practice. They were taking the motor out with a forklift just moments ago. Doesn't necessarily mean he blew up, but there was definitely something wrong with the motor, and tough break for Childs. Not in his normal number 10 car. Zach Audette and Kyle Willett, a couple of teammates, well out front for first and second. Brian Robbins in the 51 sits nice and tidy in third. Craig Robbins in the 34, and rounding out the top 5 is Jason Kimball in the 12X. Five laps complete, 5 to go. Now 4 to go for the 19 of Zach Audette. Nice and smooth for that number 19 car. It just looks like it drives itself. Zach Audette with 16.9 second lap times consistently. Kyle Willett, a teammate in the 08, running 17 flat, 1/10 off of Zach Audette. Nice and comfortably in third, it's Brian Robbins, turning 17.1s. 1 lap to go for the one and only Outlaw Mini Heat Race. The battle is shaping up for 4th, 5th, and 6th. Craig Robbins in the 34, Jason Kimball and Lewis Batchelder in the mix. Checkered flag waves for Zach Audette. Kyle Willett in the 08. Brian Robbins takes third in the 51. And things were certainly tightening up there for 4th at the end of it. Craig Robbins hangs on for 4th in the 34. And Jason Kimball in the 12X rounds out the top 5. But pulling into victory lane, Ken Minot. Who's that guy?
That is the multi-time champion out of Norwich Walk, Zach Audette, your heat winner.
All these guys gearing up for the Coastal 200 coming up in just a month. The biggest late model race in the Northeast. Side by side for Brett Osmond and Shane Clark. Emerson remains in the hunt as it's a 3-car breakaway. Daniel Harding holding off the rest of them as Will Collins is moving up in a hurry. Shane Clark hanging tidy on that outside groove, almost clearing Brett Osmond. Can the 21 get to the inside? And he'll do it. He's also another one doing double duty with Group 1 and Group 2. Shane Clark has a pro stock from last week and a late model out front early in this one. Now the only car working the top side is the 25, Will Collins, to the top side of Daniel Harding, going for 4th. 5 laps complete, 5 left to go. Shane Clark checking out by over 5 car lengths on Brett Osmond. Jonathan Emerson holding down 3rd, but here comes Will Collins on the high side. Five-time feature winner last season, Will Collins cracks the top 3 now with 3 laps to go this time. It's Shane Clark in the 21. Will Collins is not done yet. The fastest car on the track, clicking off 15.8s. 15.8 for Will Collins and Brett Osmond. And I stand corrected, Shane Clark clicked off a 15.7, now receiving the white flag. We got a barn burner here for second place. 2 corners to go. The checkered flag is in hand, and they are nose to nose for second. Shane Clark takes the win. Another photo finish. Ladies and gentlemen, out of the last corner, Will Collins takes second in heat number 1. Green, 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 and Josh St. Clair shakes off Chris Burgess. They remain side by side from 3rd on back. Trouble for the 86 of Pat Murphy. He'll spin down to the grass and then back up right in the racing line, and the yellow will come out with 0 laps in the books. Burgess had a pretty stout restart on that one. He had a fender on St. Clair going into turn 1, but Josh St. Clair has the preferred line. Three wide action deep in the field. Alex Waltz in the 00 wants to move up. He'll crack the top 5 and now looking to take 4th away from Brent Roy. St. Clair and Burgess distance themselves from the rest of the field. Now it's up to James Doucette to fend him off for 3rd place in the 28. Doucette drifts up high, and Brent Roy will scoot down underneath. Alex Waltz will follow and move up to 4th. Tough break for Connor Wenders. In the 4, he'll drop out of the race early and head pit side. 4 laps to go as Burgess is maintaining with St. Clair. Brent Roy cracks the top 3 with nobody in sight in front of him. Alex Waltz having a stout run, holding down the 4th position now in the 00, and James Doucette makes up your top 5 with 2 laps left. Chris Burgess really giving Josh St. Clair a run for his money, staying within sight in the rearview mirror. St. Clair slips up a little bit out of turn 4. Chris Burgess is right there on the rear bumper. 2 corners to go, and they are bumper to bumper. Here we come to the checkered for Heat 2. It's going to be Josh St. Clair. Wow, Chris Burgess, heck of a run. A little bit of a bobble by the 04 of Zach Bowie on the backstretch. And Ryan St. Clair will clear in the 51. Dave Getchell in the 88, uptight on the back bumper of Bowie. Making up the top 3. Another bobble by Bowie. Zach Bowie definitely having a tough time hanging on to it. Getchell has to check up for him, and that opened up the inside, allowing Jet Decker to slip underneath. So Decker now up to 3rd. Zach Bowie is dirt tracking it out there, folks. That thing is sideways, and he is typically a strictly street driver, so maybe that's just how he's driving it. Jet Decker, the young hot shoe in the 01, moves up to 2nd, and he runs away from Bowie in a hurry. Scotty Hall up to 4th and puts it up tight on Bowie. Halfway flags are out. Here comes Scotty Hall up tight on the back bumper of Bowie. Running away up front, it is Ryan St. Clair and Jet Decker. Close quarters for 4th and 5th as Getchell makes it work on the inside of Scotty Hall, and they go door handle to door handle. Ooh, hard contact. Getchell got right up into the door of Hall. That was a big slam. 2 laps to go, and Hall holds him off and remains in the 4th position. Now that he's clear, he can set his sights back on Bowie with white flag in hand this time for Ryan St. Clair. Scotty Hall tries the outside for a moment, but it does not work out so well. Now he'll get back to the bottom and try to prevent Dave Getchell from getting underneath once again. It's the St. Clair boys taking heats 2 and 3.
All right, folks, get settled in. It is time to meet your starting lineup. Starting in the 18th position, driving car number 78 from Livermore Falls, welcome Brady Romano. Starting in the 17th position, driving car number 31 from Boothbay Harbor, welcome Chuck Wagstaff. In the 16th starting position is the long hauler today, coming up from Somersworth, New Hampshire. In car number 26, welcome Scott Wiggin. In the 15th starting position, driving car number 25 from Washington, welcome Landon Tapley. Starting 14th and driving car number 20 from Montville, welcome Joe Harriman. In the 13th starting position, driving car number 40 from Gorham, welcome Dan McCaig Jr. Starting 12th, driving car number 4 from Richmond, welcome Caleb Emerson Maines. In the 11th starting position, driving car number 96 from Westport, welcome Alex Cromwell. To row number 5 on the outside, starting in 10th, In car number 1 from Skowhegan, welcome Dylan Lancaster. To his inside, starting in the 9th position, driving car number 27 from Lisbon, welcome Scott Eck. Up to row number 4, starting on the outside in the 8th position, driving the 8X out of Hope, welcome Ethan Dinsmore. This former Strictly champion starts to the inside of row 4 in the 7th position. Driving car number 55 from Turner, welcome Kurt Hewins. And a pair of third generation of the St. Clair family racing side by side on row number 3, starting in the 6th position. In car number 14 out of Liberty, welcome Ashton Reynolds. In the 5th starting position, driving car number 95 from Liberty, welcome Josh St. Clair. To row number 2 on the outside, last year's division runner-up in number 08 out of Washington, welcome Mac Hannon Jr. To his inside in the 3rd starting position is a 2-time Strictly champion. In car number 23 from Sabatis, welcome Zach Emerson. And up to the front row on the outside, starting 2nd in car number 99 out of Appleton, welcome Jeremy Glazier. And at the pole position, driving the 00X out of Sebago, welcome Wade Kennedy. Folks, that's your starting lineup. Time to get them strapped in and ready to race. All right, our drivers are ready. Let's send it down to Nick.
All right, just like last week, it's opening day, so I need all you guys' help with the magic words, the most famous words in motorsports. 3, 2, 1, drivers, start your engines!
Let's send our drivers off with best wishes for a safe and successful race. 35 laps ahead today for the Portland Glass Strictly Streets. Field starting to double up. They'll go green next time around. The lights will go off on the Norm's Used Cars Ford Mustang pace car. Barry Morris behind the wheel. Mike Carlton over in turn 1 and 2. Sean Dickinson on the backstretch wall with infield manager Roland Abbott. Mike Warren is over in turn 3 and 4. Chief starter Nate Sennett up on the flag stand with assistant Larry Arsenault. And the first feature of the season here for group number 2, ready to go with Wade Kennedy and Jeremy Glazier on the front row. Some stout competition right behind them, Zach Emerson and Mac Hannon Jr. Pace car is in, green flag is out, we're underway. Kennedy gets a good jump on the start and shakes him off and sends it out a couple of car lengths early. Emerson and Hannon, or Emerson and Glazier, that is, side by side for second. St. Clair tucked right in behind there, racing in the 4th spot, looking for room right behind Zach Emerson. Kurt Hewins rounds out the top 5 as Kennedy continues to stretch his lead. Glazier caught on the outside, loses a spot now to St. Clair. Hewins will try to keep him out there. A little bit distance back to the 14 of Ashton Reynolds. Reynolds running in 6th, then side by side for 7th has Ethan Dinsmore and Mac Hannon side by side. There goes the first car to drop out. That's the 78 of Brady Romano. Kennedy has built up that lead to a little over a second now over Zach Emerson. Emerson's got company now as St. Clair coming up the outside lane. Wheel to wheel for second place. A lot of championships and a lot of wins between that pair racing for second. St. Clair's got an advantage on the outside. He'll grab second for himself. Emerson's there in third all alone, but he's pressured now by the 55 of Kurt Hewins. Hewins steps out of line on the outside. Jeremy Glazier has settled it down into the 4th position, trying to reclaim some of that real estate now in the number 99. St. Clair all alone in second. The battle is there for third. Emerson, Hewins, and Glazier throw a blanket over him coming onto the front stretch. Nine laps complete. They'll make it 10 this next time by the stripe, but we've got a caution in the meantime. A couple of cars spinning over there in turn 1 and 2. Things looking good up front on this restart. Pace car heads in, and off they go once again. Good clean start between St. Clair and Kennedy. And Wade not able to get the clearance that he did on the original start of the race. St. Clair will stay right there to his outside. St. Clair will settle down in the tire tracks of the race leader in second. They're wheel to wheel for third. 55 of Hewins outside of the 23 of Emerson. The gap of the line just 1/10 of a second as St. Clair continues to put on the pressure. There goes Hewins dirt tracking it through turn 4. Kennedy's in danger of giving up the bottom side of the racetrack. St. Clair's really forcing the 00 to maybe overdrive into the corner as you see the car drift up wide. Kennedy knows he's got to keep that bottom side covered and make St. Clair pass him around the outside. Hewins all alone in the 3rd spot. Looks like Glazier's coming back to life in the 99. He gets the 4th spot away from Zach Emerson. Overdrives him right around him and coming out of turn 2. Put Glazier back into 4th. Emerson back to 5th. Mac Hannon in the 6th position.
What a save by Alex Cromwell in the 96. Just about lost it through 1 and 2, but he gathers it back up, not after losing quite a few car lengths. Falling back to 12th now. More trouble for Wagstaff deep in the field. He's kicking up some dirt, but he'll gather it back up as well.
Josh St. Clair able to finally drive out around Wade Kennedy and take the lead. Those Dave's World cars tough to beat here in this Strictly division, and Wade's going to have some company again, halfway this time by. Number 4, Caleb Emerson Maines. Looks like he's dropping out early. He'll head down pit road. A little bit further back in the field, a couple battles going on. Looks like Joe Harriman in the 20. Busy racing with Dan McKay Jr. That's back there for the 9th and 10th position. Landon Tapley, they've got a motor held together with Band-Aids and bubble gum, and it sounds like things are starting to go a little bit sour on that car. Jeremy Glazier in the 99 had a good run going, but slid it up a little high in turn number 1 and has to settle it back down into 4th. Josh St. Clair was a 5-time winner last year in this division on the way to the championship. Hewins keeping pace, but still back over a second. Wade Kennedy shooting for his second career podium. Glazier trying to reset. He had a couple runs at Kennedy, but overdrove the corner and had to settle things down and cool off the tires. But he's stretched out a full straightaway now on the 23 of Zach Emerson. Bonus time now, 10 laps to go. They're past the regular 25 lap distance. Sonia Jordan to the announcer's booth. Side by side now, back in the 6th position, Ashton Reynolds. Check that, Mac Hannon Jr. on the outside of him. And a whole lot of cars going for 6th position back. Put Dan McKay Jr. up into the picture. McKay coming off a 5th place finish in the Pro Stock race last week. Picks his way through traffic. And McKay is now up into 7th. And there goes Harriman spinning in turn number 2. Not too many drivers more exciting to watch than that 55 car. Kurt Hewins, been at this for a long time, and when it comes to street stock racing, looks good. Pace car is in, green is out. Everybody packed up tight down the back chute. 00. Wade Kennedy trying to get that second spot back from Kurt Hewins. Hewins will not give him much room to deal with there on the low side. He will put himself right on the outside door of that 00. Some contact on the front stretch. A couple veterans going at it. Hewins is going to back up, do the crossover as Ethan Dinsmore goes into the turn 2 drink. Veteran move from Kurt Hewins. Did an excellent crossover there to take over the second spot. Kennedy back to 3rd. Side by side for 4th, Zach Emerson and Jeremy Glazier. And Dan McKay Jr. in the 40. He's starting to come to life. Just on the outside, looking in on the top 5. McKay runs in 6th right now. Popsicle sticks in the air. 2 laps to go when they cross the stripe this time. Lightning McQueen. Josh St. Clair. Comfortable half straightaway cushion. White Laundry is out, 1 lap to go. We're watching that battle for 4th and 5th. Glazier able to get around Emerson, put the 99 car into the 4th position. Emerson to 5th. McCaig putting on the pressure. But out of turn 4, checkers fly. Josh St. Clair will take the win. Josh St. Clair gets the win. Kurt Hewen second. Wade Kennedy takes third. Jeremy Glazier rebounds for a 4th place finish. Zach Emerson, borrowed parts and all, moves the 23 car to a 5th place finish. Dan McCaig Jr. 6th. The rookie Chuck Wagstaff sneaks in there to grab a nice 7th place finish in his first race. 8th goes to Mac Hanna Jr., 9th to Dylan Lancaster, and 10th to the 27 of Scott Eck.
And they'll pull down into Coastal Auto Parts Victory Lane. We'll send it down to Ken Minot.
Hey, thank you. We're switching up things here a little bit. You guys are looking awesome. Thank you guys for packing this place again on Group 2 opening day. And give this guy a nice round of applause as he hops out. Lightning McQueen, Josh St. Clair. And Josh, you got to say it for the kids. Ka-chow! There you go. Thank you. You're having fun. You told me you were going to kind of switch things up this year and have a little bit of fun in this class.
Yeah, we're not going to run a full schedule. We're going to do some other things. I got a few weddings I got to attend on Group 2, so we're going to come have some fun. I don't know who gets married on Saturday, but I'm going to have some fun. My boy's really in love with Lightning McQueen, and I know Dylan's boy is too, so we did it for the kids. I got to thank my father for letting me drive it. Ed Libby for doing the wrap, Bernie Thayer for putting the power plant in it. All the guys are busted every week. The late model might not be as fast, so I'll take this win.
All right, we'll take it. Congratulations, Josh St. Clair picking up the victory here with the Portland Glass Strictly Streets. Big smiles from Kurt Hewens, the former champ, down here in second, and nothing to chase that guy down, but you and Wade had a good race there late going in this one. A nice veteran move of the crossover over there.
Yeah, it is what it is. I got to thank Dave St. Clair. He pays the bill on this car. I got to thank my son, my brother, Red, Travis Barrel, everybody that helps me.
All right, great job right there. Kurt Hewens bringing it home in second. And Wade Kennedy smiles over here too. Hey, you got a nice podium finish today. Maybe not the win you were searching for, but if you're able to hang with these guys, you're doing all right.
Yeah, we're starting to be able to hang with them a little bit better. Those guys are bad fast. Can figure out what they're doing and start doing it.
Absolutely. Who you want to thank on this run today?
I want to thank all my sponsors, Croto Concrete Pumping, East Coast Communications, Briggs Contracting, Top Gun Construction, Wilshore Farms, and my friends and family, everybody that comes out and supports short track racing.
All right, great job. Wade Kennedy brings it home in the third spot today. Kurt Hewens is second, and Lightning McQueen is your winner today on Group 2 opening day for the Portland Glass Strictly Streets. Heads up between the top two division drivers here on the front row, Adam Chadbourne and Ryan Ripley. Give them the green. Oh, some contact into turn one. Ripley had to hang on to it. Chadbourne held strong and holds the lead into turn number 3. Nick Reno moves up to try to take that spot away. But Ripley settles it down right in front of the 77. Ripley to second. Reno third. His dad right behind him. Father and son racing in third and fourth right now. Tyler Robbins able to squeeze the 34 car down in front of Matty Sanborn. Robbins will take the 5th position. Sanborn 6th. As they fight to find the bottom of the racetrack. Right now, Wayne Witten, the only driver stuck up on the outside, but he's running strong out there alongside the 99 of Scott Trask. Chadbourne shooting for a benchmark win. We'll let you know about that if he's able to pull it off.
It's a 3-car breakaway with Chadbourne, Ripley, and Reno. The younger Reno in the top 3 mix in the 77, that's Nick Reno. And then his dad, Steve Reno, in tow in 4th in the 7-car. Rounding out the top 5 is Tyler Robbins, knocking on the door for 4th. And then they're side by side right behind them for 6th and 7th. It's Scott Trask in the 99 and Matty Sanborn in the 64. Five wins last season for the champion, Adam Chadbourne, looking to kick things off with another win today to kick off 2023. The defending multi-time champion in the 1. 5 wins last season out of 10 points events. That's 50% of the modified features going to the 1 of Adam Chadbourne. Ryan Ripley had another 5 in the 09. Oh, and a bobble out of turn 4. Ryan Ripley loses ground on Chadbourne. A bobble coming out of turn 4, and Ryan Ripley loses a couple car lengths on Chadbourne. But he'll gather it back up and try to reel him back in. Nick Reno comfortably in 3rd, unable to surmount a challenge for the top 2. And then the other Reno, Steve Reno in the 7, all by himself comfortably in 4th as he starts to pull away from Tyler Robbins. Oh, contact with your leaders. Faith Cleaves goes around in turn 1. We got a yellow. Honestly, I'm not sure if there was contact or what happened there. Ryan Ripley was so close to the back of the 1, but I think the 1 has expired. The motor may have expired on Chadbourne. Ripley, no slouch on the restart. Nick Reno settles in single file, and now his dad in the 7, Steve Reno, tries to fend off the charge from Tyler Robbins. These guys are knocking on the door for a podium finish. Robbins fighting strong on the high side. Scott Trask in the 99, waiting to see which line goes. Robbins with the advantage out of 2 this time. Steve Reno fights back strong. Can we have father and son in the top 3 in victory lane? Robbins almost goes around. What a save. Oh, more contact is made all the way down the front stretch. And then they are checking up through the back of the field. We've got a spin with McKee and Robinson. Ripley this time, or should I say Reno this time, hangs a little bit closer to Ripley. Better than the last restart, but still Ripley clears. Oh, and Steve Reno in the 7, he definitely lost out on that restart. He went from 4th to about 7th now. Tough break for Steve Reno, but we've got another caution. Oh, and they are certainly getting aggressive this time on that front row. Slamming tires to the green flag line, but Ripley gets back in his ways. Wow, that was an almost catastrophic hit for Tyler Robbins. Does a complete 360 and keeps this race going green. Unfortunately, the hood is up over the windshield, but he can see enough to keep it rolling. And there was some contact there for sure between the 99 of Scott Trask and Tyler Robbins, aiding that spin. Scott Trask bobbles again, this time out of 4, allowing the 0 of Wayne Witten to bring it right up tight and challenge for the top 3. I don't believe we've seen Wayne Witten in the top 3 before. Oh, he did. And I stand corrected. Wayne Witten actually had 1 second place run and 2/3. Still seeking that first ever modified win in the 00 as he challenges alongside Scott Trask for the 3rd position. Less than 5 laps to go now. Faith Cleaves in the 89 trying to hold on to a top 5, but they are stacking up right behind her. McKee goes to the inside. Contact coming out of 4. Faith Cleaves and Maddie Sanborn get together, but Faith gathers it back up. And we're looking back up ahead to that 3rd place battle at the white flag. One to go for Ryan Ripley. Nick Reno looks to solidify 2nd place. Scott Trask and Wayne Witten dead even for that 3rd spot. Who's going to join us in victory lane? Scott Trask in the 99 will join us in victory lane.
Time to head down to Coastal Auto Parts victory lane. Nick Huff's got your top 3.
All right, finally he's ready to hear you cheer. Let him hear it, Ryan Ripley. All right, Ryan, I guess you'll probably take him any way that you can. It looked like Adam had a good run going there. And tell us what you saw.
Yeah, I started to smell some gear oil, so I take it his rear end blew up. But, yeah, I don't know. I think we were pretty even there. I think it was going to be a good battle at the end. I would have liked to see a restart with him, but I'm sure he'll be back. So we'll have to tango again.
Certainly. Who do you want to thank, Ryan?
Well, I got to start with we got a little one on the way. And my son at home and Kelsey, Debbie and Darren, they do a lot for me, and my parents, and Delano Seafood, he's a big sponsor, mainly concrete pumping, Billy Penfold, remembering Dick, my great uncle, wishful thinking, Scott Delano, geez, I know I'm forgetting a bunch, my grandparents, my grandfather, and he's having a rough, go of it in Florida, so I'm sure he's anxious to get home, he's missing this, so. Yeah, I'm sure I'm missing a few more, but Naughty Lady, Dustin Delano, Wayne Delano, a good bunch, so thank you.
All right, there's your modified winner, Ryan Ripley. Kelsey, what do you got there? What is this? Read it.
Pack my diapers, I'm going racing with Daddy. Baby Ripley 2023.
All right, Nick Reno had plenty of restarts there, and that last one was certainly exciting. Lots of tire banging there on that one.
Yeah, it wasn't really. We just touched in a little bit. I think it's just mutual respect between the two of us. The car was really good after we get rolling. That thing would fire off like a cannon for the first lap. Then I felt like I might have been as good as him after a lap or two. We got going green, but he had the preferred position.
Certainly, Nick. I'm sure it was fun seeing your dad out there, and anybody you'd like to thank on the second place run?
Yeah, I'd like to thank everyone in my crew. This car hasn't been out of the garage in 2 years, and we threw it back together, threw a setup in it, and it's really stable. So we get it tightened up a little more, and we'll definitely come back and win one.
All right, nice run, Nick Reno. And Scott Trask. Boy, that was the exciting area of the field to watch fighting for third. There was Tyler Robbins there. There was Wayne Witten. You guys, were you having as much fun as we were watching it?
Oh, absolutely. I liked it being on the outside. I want to run more out there, but I started on the inside on that restart, so.
Anybody you want to thank, Scott?
Yeah, I want to thank my car owner. It's my father-in-law, KB Towing. I got to thank Jeff Burgess. He built this car last winter, or the winter before, 2021, I think, or 2022 winter. He did it from ground up, so I got to thank him for doing good work. And, I got to thank all you guys for coming.
All right, there you have it for your top three. One more, Scott?
I got to thank Nick Huff. He did do the design.
I did it last year. You did a good job keeping it clean all last year. All right. That's going to do it from your top three in Coastal Auto Parts Victory Lane. Get some pictures and send it back up to Ken.
Pace car is coming in, and here they go. Three wide down the backstretch. Farrington in charge quickly of this one. David Whitelaw takes advantage, jumps up into second, while Noah McGrath uses up a good chunk of racetrack to find his way into the third spot. Kyle Inman finally able to settle that one car down into the fourth spot, loses a couple on the first lap. As I said, you'll see some of these drivers, not all of them, but some of them also running in the 100-lap Enduros this year. We've got 3 of those happening. First one is coming up in mid-May. Closest battle right now there for second. David Whitelaw's got it. McGrath not too far behind. Gets a good run into turn 4, pulls right up to the back bumper. Whitelaw, as we mentioned in the heat race, not uncommon to see him pushing up pretty high in the corners, and that enables McGrath able to jump up there and to grab that second spot. Your race leader, Chip Farrington, within striking distance now of that 32 of Lane Muir, looking to put the 32 car lap down early. As I said, this an entry-level division. Step up from Enduros, between Enduros and Thunder 4 Minis. Front 3 out single file, and then you got to go back nearly a full straightaway to the 79 of Ken Turner running in 4th. Kayla McClatchy holding 5th as she crosses the start-finish line right there. Got to give a nod to our friend, the young man there, Lane Muir, in the number 32. As I mentioned, he ran the kids' racing school last year, ran the last Roadrunner race of the 2022 season, and definitely taking the things he learned to Hart here in this class and showing some good lap times. Lane's best lap just under 22 seconds. 62 mile per hour average around this track. Awesome contact into turn number 1, and looks like Field in the 78 caught some of that. Might have cut down a tire or pulled off the front bumper cover. Yeah, right front tire's down, bumper covers, parts and pieces all over the hood of that number 78. So Tyler Field,
he's a hot mess for sure.
David Whitelaw starting to lose track of that lead pair. He's back a full straightaway now. Still all alone in that third position. Chip Farrington looking to go wire to wire in car number 02. Said these guys running a 20-lap feature this afternoon. The way the schedule works out, these guys actually going to run 3 races early in the season and then a bit of a break through the mid part, although they'll have a couple enduros, and then 3 more races toward the end of the year. This time by would be 2 laps to go on the number 02 of Chip Farrington. Six cars on the lead lap. The 1 car of Kyle Inman, the last car on the lead lap. Doesn't look like he's in too much danger of getting caught. Final time around this 3/8 mile oval. And no pressure in sight for that number 02. Checkers ready to fly. Chip Farrington will take the feature win. Noah McGrath will finish second. David Whitelaw, distant third, will hold off the charge of Ken Turner. Farrington, or check that, Whitelaw finishes in third. Turner fourth. And Kayla McClatchy will finish in fifth. Again, want to thank you guys for joining us here for Group 2 opening day. And all the results and photos and all kinds of stuff will be on our website, as always, wiscassettspeedway.com. Let's head trackside to Coastal Auto Parts Victory Lane. Nick has got your top 3.
And let him hear it as he climbs out. Chip Farrington in the 02. All right, Chip. I definitely recognized the car, and it still says Casey Bellows over the door, so tell me the story.
Well, we just put it together yesterday, pretty much. I found out the rules down here, and we put a cage in it and a muffler and made it all ready to go. Put a motor in it, and I just haven't had time to change the letters and stuff on it yet.
You put a motor in yesterday?
Put a motor in it last week. We did the cage and everything yesterday.
Very nice. Well, did you have fun out there?
I had a blast, a lot of fun.
Anybody else you want to thank?
I'd like to thank Freddy's in East Vasboro. Lee Brothers helps me. It's his nephew's part of his car that he gave me, and his motor actually, Alex. And Yeah, just a lot of friends, and thank all the fans and stuff. Couldn't do it without them, obviously. Yeah, and a lot of fun. I really liked it my first time here.
Awesome. Well, we're glad to have you, Chip. Congratulations on the win. One more round of applause for Mr. Farrington. Second place goes to the 30X of Noah McGrath. All right, Noah, I don't think I've met you. I don't think I've said your name. Are you a rookie this season?
Yes, sir. This is my first time ever coming here. I'm from Maine, but I did a lot of racing the last couple of years in New Hampshire, and I had a lot of guys telling me I need to come down here, check this track out. They said it's a lot of fun. Had a great time being here. You guys are awesome. Track's great. Wicked fast. I'm really proud of how the car went today. I had no idea how it was going to go. Yeah, I'd like to thank all my sponsors, Gutter Shutters, Graphics Coop, Paris Pizza, my parents, my girlfriend. Yeah, without these guys, I wouldn't be doing any of this. Yeah, it was a great first time coming out, and I had a lot of fun, and I plan on coming back.
All right, awesome to hear. Noah McGrath, everybody, with a second place run. Glad to have you join us at Wiscasset Speedway. And now on to the bright and familiar 119 of Mr. Whitelaw. Where's your wife this evening? You guys usually do a tandem duo out there.
She's a fan this time, so we'll see.
Will we see her out there eventually?
Maybe. Undetermined at this point this year.
All right. Anybody you want to thank on the third place run?
I just want to thank my family. I want to thank the track and the fans. It's been fun. I appreciate everything everybody's been doing and the progress that's been happening at the track. It's really phenomenal, the changes that we make year after year. Great family place to bring family and friends, and $5. Best place in town.
Certainly. And I haven't forgotten, you won this in a raffle before, right?
Not this one, no.
Oh, your first one. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so a raffle is what got him into the racing initially. And now I'm glad to see that it gave him the bug to continue it on and build a faster car. And that's going to do it from Victory Lane. Back up to you, Ken.
25 laps. And here we go. Green is out.
Zach Audette, Kyle Willett, and Brian Robbins putting a little distance from the top three on back. Leading the rest of the field, it's Jason Kimball in the 12X. And they're tightening it up for the top 5 transfer spot. Craig Robbins and Jeff Farrington. Lewis Batchelder in the mix in the 23 as well. We got a spin on the backside. It's Ian Frazier in the 16. Frazier backs up over the rock ledge, and he is well out of harm's way. So we're going to keep it green if he keeps rolling. He's trying to rejoin the pack. Ian Frazier will pull back out onto the race surface and keep this race under green flag conditions. Zach Audette, Mr. Excitement, continues to lead the way.
Kyle Willett hanging tough with his teammate there in the number 08. Keeping right in the tire tracks of Zach Audette. Brian Robbins in the 51. He had a couple podium finishes last year, including a feature win. Oh, got a spin up there at the top of turn 3. Jimmy Childs is up there in the 11 of Tyler Dinsmore. First stoppage here in this race. Dinsmore looks like he's got some right side damage on that machine. Yeah, former mini stock racer Dan Morris, the general manager with Kennebec Equipment Rental. And looking to support his racing roots by sponsoring this division. Start shakes out just the way they were running. Audette with the lead. Willette second. A little contact there between the 12 and the 34. Good save by Kimball in the 12. And Robbins letting him correct it and get back into that fourth position. Good move from the 34 as the front three break away from the pack a little bit. Brian Robbins in that 51 going back to his regular number. Last year he ran the number 79 in tribute to his friend Stephen Turner. Audette not running away like he typically can sometimes. Not sure if he's saving anything in the bank in case Willette gets a run on him. Actually, Kyle, last year, that number 08 was a bright purple in tribute to his Hall of Fame grandfather, Norris Willette. The roll cage is still purple, but the outer skin on the car now, that sharp-looking white.
You know, Ken, I don't think you said that fun fact once last year. It's now just dawning on me why he was purple last year.
Halfway this time by. Lead pair now putting a little bit of distance between themselves and Brian Robbins in the third position. Somebody's air breather cover, I think, might have come off. Jason Kimball certainly would be looking forward to getting a restart of some sort as he's lost touch with that lead trio. But he's got a line of cars ready to pounce behind him. Craig Robbins in the 34. Jeff Farrington doing a nice job in the 0. And Lewis Batchelder. Good run going for him today as he spent most of last year fighting mechanical issues. Entered a lot of races, but missed several of them after mechanical failures in practice. Five laps to go when they come to the stripe this time. Audette and Willette 1 and 2. Kyle Willette was the mark of consistency in this division last year with 11 top 5 finishes and a division high 8 top 3s. Zach Audette ran a partial schedule, running 5 races and winning 3 of those. Problems for Zach Audette. That car's going up in flames underneath. Yeah, safety will follow him down pit road. He might not have been aware, or the fire might have blown out, but red flag, and usually everybody stops except the guy the red flag's for. It always happens. Yeah, the beauty of front-wheel drive. Here we go. Pace car is in. Let's go back at it. Craig Robbins got the jump on him this time. Kyle Willette back in charge. Brian Robbins pulls in front of his big brother, Craig. They'll get 2 laps to go next time by the stripe. A little bit of breathing room for the champ. 2 laps to go. Kyle Willett looking to get a good start to 2023 coming off his championship season. He'll get the white flag and 1 lap to go. Brian Robbins all alone in second. Third place still up for grabs. Craig Robbins just ahead of Jason Kimball. Checkered flag ready to fly. Kyle Willett will take the win. Yeah, let's head down trackside. Nick's got your top 3 in victory lane.
That's right, and the 08 of Kyle Willett is getting ready to climb out. Some new colors on the car and the wheels. I'm digging the custom wheel paint job. Let him hear it, folks. Kyle Willett, the reigning champion. 3 wins last season, and he kicks off 2023 strong.
Thank you. That's not how I wanted to win. We had some pretty good cars right there, but it sucks that happened. But I'll take the W.
So Ken was saying that Zach already was kind of distraught earlier. So did he have a feeling that something like that would happen? What was it?
Yeah. You know Zach, though. He's full throttle wherever he goes, so sucks.
Any sponsors you want to thank, Kyle?
Yeah, obviously him. Next Level Graphics, Spencer Sweat's Concrete, and the Audette crew and my dad.
All right, Kyle Willett, everybody, with today's Kennebec Rental Outlaw Mini feature win. And then we've got brothers, right? Brian, you guys are brothers?
Brothers, yep.
Brothers in the top 3. Brian Robbins in the 51. Hey, yeah, I'll shake your hand. Sorry about that. Anybody you want to thank on the solid runner-up finish?
Well, I got to thank Hydraulic Solutions, Craig Robbins, brother, of course. We've been working late every night trying to get these things ready, and it's been a crazy week. So hopefully we get the numbers on it this week. I should have went to you. But no, it's got a good start for the season, and hopefully it continues on.
All right, nice run, Brian. And we'll move on to the 34 of Craig Robbins. Once again, brothers, 2nd and 3rd place today. Craig, nice run, and I think that caution helped you out there, didn't it?
It sure did.
Anybody you want to thank on a solid top 3?
I'll take my family, my nephew Tyler, brother Brian, and everybody in the family helps us out on a weekly basis.
All right, there you have it, folks. That's your Kennebec Rental Outlaw Mini top 3 for today. And we'll send it back up to Ken Minett.
Yeah, thank you, Nick. And hey, I spy a famous dude walking out of Victory Lane. Everybody say hi to Hall of Famer Norris Willett. Norris, good to have you in the house with us today. A packed field of late models to kick off the 2023 season today at Wiscasset Speedway. Some drivers up front that normally have to pick their way all the way through this size field to get to victory lane. Josh St. Clair being one of them. Will Collins. In that 25 car, Will Collins ended up finishing as the division runner-up, but he won 4 of the last 5 races in this division, so keep an eye on that number 25. We'll find out 40 laps from now. Pace car ready to take the turn in. Clark and St. Clair get the green. Off we go, running down the back chute. Everybody still packed up tight, trying to find the bottom side of the racetrack. Who can keep it outside and pass some cars? Shane Clark will lead him around first time. St. Clair brothers side by side for second. Ryan St. Clair inside. Josh on the outside. Josh trying to get that 14 car down in line in front of Will Collins. Collins tries to keep the nose stuck underneath. He'll take that real estate on the inside. A little bit further back, Scotty Hall is on the outside of the 10, racing right behind Zach Bowie and on the outside of Alex Waltz. Will Collins into the top 3. Jet Decker trying to keep the champ pinned on the outside. He'll succeed. Decker trying to move up into 4th. These guys hustling around this track at about an 86 mile per hour clip. Little bit of breathing room for your race leader, Shane Clark. Ironically, Clark was the opening day winner last year here at Wiscasset Speedway. Ryan St. Clair starting to look racy in that number 51. Had pulled up quickly on that 21 car. Little further back, Daniel Harding gets out around Brett Osmond. That's for the 8th position. Now Harding sets sail on the 26 of Brent Roy. Yeah, everybody playing nice here in the early going. But St. Clair starting to turn up the pressure on your race leader. Clark has chased that car up a little bit further up the racetrack on exit a couple times. Ryan St. Clair's been able to nearly get in there to take a shot at the inside, but Clark now stays pinned down low. $13 complete this time by the line. Those top 6 cars all within striking distance. Clark, Ryan St. Clair, Will Collins, 1, 2, 3. Then comes Jet Decker in the 01. He runs in 4th, just ahead of Josh St. Clair. And Chris Burgess runs 6th. Then you go back to the 7th place car of Brent Roy. Josh St. Clair got tired of waiting around, put Decker to the side, sneaks through to grab the 4th position, brings the 47 of Chris Burgess with him. Decker will settle it down into the 6th position now. Back behind them now, Daniel Harding trying to make a move on the outside of Brent Roy. The leader's getting close to closing in on some lap traffic now. The 8 of Randy Barker in danger of being the first car to go a lap down. Frank Moulton jumps out of line and heads down pit road. Another kid doing really well on the outside, Silas Ripley. From the back of the field, Ripley now up into 13th. Drivers now starting to size things up to work on some lap traffic. Halfway when they get to the stripe this time. 20 laps down, 20 laps to go. And you got a pair racing for position right behind, right in front of the race leader. They finally get it sorted out as Murphy gets out ahead of Dinsmore. Dinsmore gets up out of the way to let the leaders race. Next one in line is Murphy in that number 86. Again, Shane Clark was the opening day winner last season. Was his only win here in the late models. As Nick said, he's doing double duty this year, running both Pro Stock and late model. Nate Sennett working that passing flag as the leaders carefully pick their way through. Keep an eye on that third place battle. Josh St. Clair is right up to the back bumper. That number 25 of Will Collins racing for the third and final spot in victory lane. Now the guys out in the clear just a little bit. Next one up, the 49 of Ryan Easonsey. Working the passing flag on that number 49. Ryan St. Clair's got some smoke coming out of that number 51. Keep an eye on that. Right there on coming out of the turn. And Ryan St. Clair starting to fade in that 51. Something going on that machine after a really strong run. Tough break for the younger St. Clair brother. He will drop out early. That puts Will Collins into second. Josh St. Clair into third. Ryan St. Clair heads down pit road. Front five looks solid now. Chris Burgess has moved up to fourth. Jet Decker is fifth. He's all alone and unchallenged. Daniel Harding has moved up to sixth. Brett Osmond seventh. Brent Roy eighth, and Silas Ripley is now up to ninth. Trouble for Scotty Hall. And that'll bring out the first caution of the race. Scotty Hall loses the handle down the backstretch. Ends up looping it at the bottom of turn 3. Clark and Collins now will go at it on this restart. St. Clair and Burgess on row 2. Jet Decker waits in 5th. Green flag is out. And Will Collins, what a jump on that start. Looking to pick up right where he left off at the end of last season. The 25 set sail. Good race back there for 4th position. 3rd position back. Burgess 3rd. St. Clair now back to 4th. Daniel Harding coming up the outside rail. Harding is in the top 5 now. Outside the champ. The kid is holding strong. Daniel Harding races out around. And we got a spin on the backstretch. That'll bring the second stoppage of this race for the number 8 car of Randy Barker. Will Collins and Shane Clark, same pair, but they've switched sides for this restart. Collins shakes off the challenge. Burgess trying to sneak in there to grab second away from Clark, but Clark hanging tough on the high side. Daniel Harding inside the top 5 now. The kid in the 38 grabs 4th, brings Brett Osmond with him up into 5th. Harding's going to make it stick on the high side. Couple youngsters going at it for 4th and 5th. Brett Osmond inside, Harding on the outside. Will Collins won 4 of the last 5 races in this division last year. 5 overall. Whatever they found, it worked, and they remembered, and they brought it back here in 2023. 2 laps to go this time by, and a lot of racing behind that 21. Shane Clark in the 21. Burgess in the 47, and here comes Harding up on the high side for 3rd. 1 lap to go. Daniel Harding, can he make it stick? Collins is large and in charge. Let's watch this race for 2nd back. Clark's got it. Harding on the outside.
I don't care who you're cheering for in that race, if your driver didn't do too good or vice versa. I think it's pretty hard to not find something about that late model race that you didn't like. It was just the right amount of cautions, you know. Nobody got wadded up in the wall, nothing serious done. Just a couple easy cautions to keep everybody tight and keep it very exciting.
And they're just getting Daniel Harding to make his way around, so we'll wait for him. But you guys can go ahead down there in victory lane as he hops out.
Let him hear it, folks. Will Collins. So we've said it many times. You won the last 4 out of the last 5, and now this makes it the last out of the last 6 races. 5 wins in the late model. Will, I gotta ask, when Ryan St. Clair was in front of you, was there any fluid getting put down? The car looked like it broke free after that.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on there, but it came to life after that last restart. It was pretty good.
I could tell it definitely needed a tire cycle to cool down, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really get too excited after a win, but on the radio I was pretty pumped up. There was a lot of crying about this car this winter and Ford Motors, and I'm pretty happy to put this thing right back where it belongs.
Yeah, certainly, Will. Nice run. Definitely made it entertaining. Anybody you want to thank?
Beckett's Auto, L&S Concrete, Eaton Construction, Swift Storage, Pathfinder Chassis, best chassis made. My mom, my dad, my wife, my 2 boys for putting up with this.
Batman and Flash, right?
Batman and Flash.
All right, Will Collins, keeping the reputation strong in the 25 late model. All right, so Will won the 2021 opening day race, and Shane, you won last year's opening day race, so you two still very strong on opening day, and we were rooting for you too. I'm sure that you wanted to see that race go caution-free.
Yeah, I definitely did. We didn't need that caution. My clutch was slipping. Yeah, I noticed about 5-6 laps before that, my clutch was slipping really, really bad. But if I could keep the momentum up, it was all right. But we'll take second. Just huge thanks to Corey, Isaiah, Tabitha, my sister, my brother-in-law, Jason Elton, my wife coming today. So my daughter coming, putting up with this. Main Fire Protection, Eric DeShield Transportation, Distance Race Cars, Best Race Cars, Thayer's Automotive, Sticker Custom Vinyl, Littlefield Farm. I know I'm forgetting someone, but just thanks for all the fans coming out of this great place.
All right, nice run, Shane. Nice battling, some exciting restarts for sure with him and Will. And now on to 3rd place, Daniel Harding. 5 top 3s last year. 5 top 3s for Daniel last year. Another 3rd place run here today. Still seeking that first late model win though, right, Daniel?
Yeah.
Did you have fun out there? You certainly made it exciting. We were having a great time watching you. Were you having just as much fun out there racing?
Definitely hard work, but got it done.
Hard work, but got it done. And proving that there's an outside groove out there, huh? You had the pedal to the metal coming to the line, right?
Yeah, tried as hard as I possibly could. Didn't really want to give up for 4th or 5th. Wanted to get a podium today, so we did that.
Yeah, of course. Everybody wants to wind up in victory lane. So who do you got to thank for sponsors on the 38 machine?
Jeff Burgess, ML Foss Properties, Marshall's Machine Shop, Marshall's Automotive Machine Shop, Ella Consulting, Napa Auto Care, my dad, Chase Burgess, Austin Hay, and my grandparents.
Kevin the carburetor.
Kevin the carburetor guy.
Kevin the carburetor guy, last but not least. Great job, Daniel Harding, Shane Clark, and Will Collins. That's going to do it for the second opening day. Opening day, take 2. Back up to you, Ken, for some kind words to take us home.
All right, thank you very much, Nick Huff, and congratulations to our top 3 down there in Victory Lane once again. Hope you guys had a great day here with us on Group 2 opening day. And again, want to remind you, we're going night racing next Saturday night with Coastal Auto Parts Napa night here at Wiscasset. The pit gate opens at 1, grandstands at 3 for the VIP season ticket holders, 4 o'clock for the general admission, and we go green at 5 p.m. next Saturday night. All the details, all the official finishes of today's action, updated points, and all the information you need is at our website, WiscassetSpeedway.com. So one final time on behalf of Richard and Vanessa Jordan and the entire staff here at Wiscasset Speedway, hope you have a great rest of your weekend. Please travel safely, and we'll see you next week.